The cool thing is when you say, hey, listen, if you don't confirm this appointment, we have other people that I need to squeeze in here, so I'm going to cancel it. You're elevating yourself as an authority. You're taking that doctor frame. You are the expert. Your time is valuable. You're setting that expectation.
Welcome to Gym Owner Freedom. I am Scott Carpenter, and I am a former broke, struggling, frustrated, and overworked gym owner that felt stuck no matter what I did to try and improve the business. Once I realized that the answer wasn't what I thought it was, just getting more clients, and after really doing the math on acquisition and churn rates, I realized I wasn't even playing a winnable game to begin with. With my current price structure, mathematically, there was no way I could afford to pay my staff so I could scale up and out of the business, that I could have the time, the money, the impact, and the freedom that I always knew I was capable of. Once I learned how to add value by selling transformational programs to people who needed more than just workouts, everything changed in my life. Today, I own 6 gyms that all run without me, and I am free to pursue my passion projects and work just because I love to, not because I have to. And if that's a goal that we mutually share together, then this is the show for you. I'm going to teach you the framework to make way more money with less clients and open up a world of possibilities to you. Subscribe, leave a review, and tune in every week. It'll change your life. I promise you that.
Okay, so you're all familiar with our 4-step freedom framework. Number 1, building in transformational offers in your business so you can work with fewer clients for way more money, right? Then learning how to sell those, then learning how to fulfill and renew. And finally, the 4th part, which is scaling. How to scale this to get one step closer to your dream business every step of the way. So today we're going to focus on scale. Okay. So scale specifically in the lead generation acquisition framework, minimizing no-shows. And we're going to talk about this because recently Facebook has made some changes. Who knows how it is or where it is, or maybe it's just the market, but show rates have really declined. And I'm not talking for organic leads coming in from your website or phone calls or referrals, right? Those have a very high show rate, but I'm talking specifically paid ads. When we talk about Facebook leads, when we talk about Instagram leads, the paid ad show rate has recently fallen off of a cliff. In fact, I was in a mastermind with a few dozen other gym owners just the other week, and there were more than a few who maybe had a 60, 70% show rate, which is actually, it sounds low, but for paid ads coming from very cold traffic, it's actually kind of what the average is, right? More like 60% is the average, which it sucks getting no-showed 4 out of 10 times. So I'm going to get into what you can do about that. But the shocking thing that I realized with people is that that show rate all of a sudden was more like 20% over just the last month and a half. And so one of the great things that we do here with Gym Owner Freedom and with PT Legends is that the market changes. Like stuff that worked 2 years ago, solutions of 2 years ago don't always work today. So we're constantly modifying, we're constantly updating and adapting to basically have the best result that we can possibly give you. So let's get right into it then. So no more no-shows, maximizing your return on ads, right? Your ROI for paid ads. There are a lot of different breakdowns. So basically you have the lead coming in is the first step, then set, then show, then close, right? Those are the 4 steps in the sales process. And leads can be tricky to get, but the cool thing is it's not as hard anymore. Like you can get a low cost per lead, you can get pretty cheap leads, but that's not everything, right? That's not the only thing that's going to get you success. So low cost per leads is one thing. Getting them set and scheduled for appointments, that's another thing. But then getting them to show up, that's a whole nother thing. And then obviously closing is another. So today we're going to focus on showing because that has changed quite a bit. We want to really maximize at any of these steps from lead to set to show to close. There's potential for breakdown. And really, we want to make sure that every single step, you're doing everything you possibly can to increase those numbers, because you can make a couple changes in each, and all of a sudden it is make or break it on your return on ad spend. Some people are really struggling getting their money back out of ads, right? And we give you the offers to be able to charge more and teach you how to do that, but you still got to get decent cost per lead, which is not too challenging anymore. By the way, just reach out to me if you do need some help on that. We have some great solutions. Either here's how you do it, or this is done for you. Because I hate ads. I don't touch them myself. Setting, that's a whole nother beast. And then showing. So let's talk about showing. Showing is where we've seen stuff kind of drop off a cliff, right? So there's three different kind of components that we want to talk about in here. Number one is a confirmation, giving incentive to show up. Number two is confirmation of the whys, confirmation of why it's so important for them to be here and come into it, come into the appointment. And number three is a very strong cancellation policy, which protects your time and also reinforces your doctor frame and you as the authority, you as the expert. So we're going to go into this training, assuming that you're getting a decent cost per lead, that you have a decent nurture process to book the calls. If you're struggling in one of those areas, reach out to me. There's providers that can do we can teach you it, or there's also providers done for you that uses our exact same process too, which is great. They built it for our process. And it is the hack to get save you a lot of time and hours and energy, because nurturing cold Facebook and Instagram leads is not very fun. But at the end of the day, guys, marketing is just math. And a lot of us we don't want to look at it because we don't want to know, or we stop advertising because we're not really sure if we're getting the return on ad spend or not. And at the end of the day, guys, it's really simple. You just need to break it down, know your numbers. You don't have to be afraid of it. And when you know your numbers, hey, I'm putting in $1 here and I'm getting $2 out here. And I want to keep doing that. Or maybe it's $1.50, or maybe I'm putting in $1 here, I'm getting 80 cents on the front end and not even $1 on the back end. That could be the case. You have some holes in these things. So let's get into it. What is your show rate for your consultations? Do you even know that? Is it 60%? Is it 70%? Is it 20%, right? So here's how you increase that show rate. To increase your consultation show rate, what you need to do first is you do need to have automations, right? You should have automations. That is a given, right? That automatically will text them, hey, here's a reminder for your appointment. Very excited to meet you. Here's the address. Here's how you get there. Here's where you park. What we do is we automate also just a photo of the entrance, right? Just to put them at ease. They know what to look for, all that kind of stuff. But what you also want to do, you also want to send them a short video to allay their fears for coming in and make them feel comfortable. Never forget that, and you've heard it before, okay? People say, hey, I feel like I need to get in shape before coming in here first. I've heard that many times. I've also heard, I've been thinking about coming in for a year or two, and I finally worked up the courage to do it. We are fitness nerds, okay? This is just our lifestyle. Sometimes we forget how scared people are to come in for a couple different reasons. Number one, because they don't know if they're going to meet with a drill, a boot camp instructor. They don't know if they're going to sit down for a consultation and try to be sold, which people don't like, right? They don't know if they're just going to be made to feel bad and out of shape, because let's face it, that happens. We've all known those people who they just try to make somebody feel bad about who they are and shame them into starting, right? So they're expecting that. They're thinking about this. And a lot of times they feel like they're going to be the only ones who are out of shape. They're going to be the only fat one in there. They're going to be the only one who's just out of shape and can't get through 25% of it, because they're going in with the assumption that everyone else has been doing it for a long period of time. They're all in shape. That's what they're picturing in their head. So they are self-conscious as it is. They're struggling with that. So just to walk in the doors is so much harder for your customer than you think about. You forget that because you come in here every day for work. You've been working out for years. It's a part of your life. It's not that way for other people. And we forget how people are embarrassed to just take their shirt off, to walk into a gym when they don't really know how to do any of the exercises. It's a very hard thing to do. So you need to send them a short video to let them know what they can expect in this appointment, to let them know that you're not a hardcore meathead who's going to make them feel like shit. That's really important. Make them feel comfortable. Let them know what you're going to do in the consultation. Let them know what you're going to talk about. Let them know why they don't need to be afraid. Let them know it's a judgment-free zone. Let them know we meet you with where you're at. We work with all kinds of people, okay? Make it short, make it sweet. They can connect with a human being on there, not just a business. They're less likely to show a human. to no show a human than it is some automated messaging, right? So make that video, make them feel comfortable. Now, here's a bonus. You can give an incentive to show up. Okay. Now that could be something like a free t-shirt or something like that. Here's what we do. So we provide meals delivered to people's doorsteps. We make a lot of extra money on it. Hit me up if you don't know how to do that. But we provide a additional service where we can drop ship 6 meals, 12 meals, however many meals a week to cover the lunches and dinners. And we make a healthy margin on that because of our wholesale account and our relationship for all our legends. So the cool thing is we get a double whammy on this. We let them know, and in this video, you want to let them know, hey, I really need you to confirm this appointment. Okay, I really need you to confirm this appointment, and I need you to show up on time because we don't have a whole lot of slots open for new members. So I really want to make sure that we get the spot filled. So do me a favor and confirm, okay? And let them know it's not even do you a favor. I misspoke there. Let them know that in order to keep the appointment, we have to have you confirm so that we know we can fill that slot, right? So be very Dr. Framish with that, right? Be very assertive with it. And then, yeah, you can go a step further and we let them know, hey, listen, we are really booked with this kind of stuff. So we definitely need a confirmation. And hey, we want to make sure you're here on time. So here's what we're going to do. When you do these two things, which is A, confirm this appointment, and B, show up on time, lunch and dinner is on us. We're going to buy you lunch and dinner. That's free, yours just for showing up. Okay. And what we do is because we make extra money with this stuff, we can just drop ship lunch and dinner to them. With the shipping, it'll cost us $30. But the cool thing is they're good meals, they're tasty, they're healthy. It's going to introduce them to our upsells, which is fantastic. So even if they show or not, okay, we can still not show or not, even if they buy or not, they're still going to get one of our products, right? And they're still going to like it. And we still have an excuse to follow up. Hey, just making sure it arrived. Hey, did you like that? And here's the thing. They might not be the right time for them to do the exercise and start a big program, but they might want to just take the first step and just really knock out the meals and start losing weight just in the meals alone. So it opens the door, even if they don't buy, it opens the door for further communication, for further relationship, and for a separate upsell as well. So it only costs us $30. I'll take that any day for a show, especially when we're charging the prices that we're doing, right? So it's a really good thing to do. So that's a bonus if you have something like that and you want to do that. So yeah, that's what you can do to confirm the appointment. In an ideal world, if you can give a manual video and you get good at it and you just do that little thing in 30 to 60 seconds with you and you can say their name, that's great. Okay. But the lowest hanging fruit, if you've got nothing like this, just record one video without their name and use that to send to everybody. Okay. So there's ideal versus what you can do and realistic. So if you can do the ideal, great. But if the lowest hanging fruit is just for you to record a video and send that, do that. Okay. Next thing too. So that you can send almost right away after they book. All right. The second thing that you can do is confirming their whys. You know, from our sales process, one of the most important things to set this up for a higher mid-ticket transformational program rather than just your commodity workouts is really getting them to understand that it's more than the workouts that they need and what they're doing. You know, what they're needing is something that they've been struggling with for a long period of time. Quite often 7 years, 15 years, they've been struggling with this extra weight or whatever it is, right? And then we challenge them in this nurture process earlier, right? The lead comes in, then we nurture it. We really get them to think about and write down their reasons why. There are 3 reasons why they really want to make a change. Not just surface level, but getting a little bit deeper, right? So in this setting process, as they set the appointment, right, we have them send to us as homework their 3 reasons why. So you're going to make a manual confirmation call, and you're going to call, or it's going to be a voicemail if they don't pick up. Do it the morning of or the evening before, depending on the time of day of your consult. And this is in addition to the automated reminder that's coming out. Like, here's the address, here's your appointment time, here's where you come in, looking forward to meeting you. This is a manual one coming from who they're meeting with. Okay. And you're going to confirm the appointment right there. And the way to do it is you've either A, gotten their 3 reasons why and they did the homework and sent it to you, or B, they didn't. So if they did, you can just acknowledge this. Thank you so much for sending this out. I can't wait to dive into this further when we meet. Really excited about it. If they are kind of surface level wise, then another thing that you can do is challenge them to dig deeper. Hey, I got these. These are good. But I'm going to challenge you to think a little bit deeper. Like, why is it important, right, that you blah, blah, blah? And have them go a layer deeper on that onion. Peel that back a little bit and get them thinking a little bit more and feeling a little bit more emotional about it, okay? So yeah, it's either A, you let them know you're excited and thank you so much. Just wanted to confirm where I'm blah, blah, blah. Or B, you challenge them to dig a little bit deeper. But either way, make sure you get that appointment confirmed. And if you're leaving a voicemail, you're not getting them on the phone, let them know, hey, I need to make sure that you confirm this appointment. Otherwise, I'm going to need to cancel it. Okay. So let's get into that a little bit further. Your cancellation policy. If you don't hear back within a reasonable amount of time, let them know you're going to cancel it. And I know that's scary because we feel like we need to get, as many leads in as possible. There's a chance they might show. But here's the thing. If you've done all these things and they've not bothered to get back to you, they're going to no-show you anyways. They're going to no-show you. And those no-shows are soul-sucking and they're time-wasting. So protect your time. Cancel that. Now, if they truly had the intention of showing and they were just really busy for the last 24 hours, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been at work and I didn't get this. Can I still come in? Or can we reschedule tomorrow? I'm interested, right? So that could happen. The worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to be like, hey, no, I'm interested, right? And if they don't respond to anything, they were going to no-show you no matter what. So you're protecting your time. So there's nothing bad that can happen from this. And the cool thing is you're really, people, I've gotten no-showed 3 times by a person. Okay. They're not respecting your time. The cool thing is when you say, hey, listen, if you don't confirm this appointment, we have other people that I need to squeeze in here. So I'm going to cancel it. You're elevating yourself as an authority. You're taking that doctor frame. You are the expert. Your time is valuable. You're setting that expectation. So sometimes something truly does come up. Like, oh yeah, I'm glad you texted. Something came up. I've got to pick. My husband can't get my daughter after school. I'm going to have to do that. So I'm going to have to reschedule. And then you can handle that. But you're forcing the conversation, whether it's, hey, I'm interested in coming in, or no, I was going to blow you off. So you get to establish yourself as an authority while protecting your time. That can be very, very important. Here's a bonus. Okay. Maintain a sales mindset, right? So if you do this to a T, sometimes you're still going to get no-showed, right? It's nothing you ever do is going to be perfect. It's going to happen eventually. Okay. When that happens, this is just a little productivity hack. Maintain that sales mindset. Okay. You booked out that hour for sales, right? You booked it out to have that consultation. Now you've gotten no-showed. That hour was already dedicated to sales. So if you get no-showed, maintain the integrity of that is a sales hour, okay? Use that hour to follow up with old leads. Use that hour to follow up with alumni. Use that hour to interact. If you're following our organic acquisition strategy and you're making those 3 posts per week, go into that post. See who liked it, see who commented on it, open up those conversations and engage them. So that hour was set aside for sales. The fact that they showed up, if you did everything, there's some things that you just can't control, but you can control what you do with that lost, quote unquote, lost time. You can either lose it for good or you can use it for sales. And I really encourage you. It's just a short little hack that you can just flip that switch for increased extra productivity. Just have the discipline. Well, this hour's still for sales. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to follow up on those 3 consults I had the last couple of weeks that I just couldn't get over the line, right? I'm going to text those, send a personal text to those old leads, the customers I loved working with, but they stopped for one reason or another. I'm just going to text them, hey, how you been? Was thinking about you, right? That's it. So use that hour for sales. The difference between a good business and a great business is just a matter of inches. The owners and operators who do these little things, it's the difference between, a 25, 30K business and a 50, 60K business. Or if you're already at the 50, 60, that's the difference between you getting to over the $1 million a year mark. So it's just these little things. That is it. So that's what I wanted to share to you today on the showing portion. Remember, we got getting the lead, setting the appointment, showing for the appointment, and then closing. So there's 13 little steps in there. We're just handling 7, 8, 9. If you like an audit on any of these different pieces, definitely reach out and we can talk about that. So thank you for watching. And then on the next week, we'll get to the other components.
Thanks for listening, everyone. If you are ready to start making an extra $10,000 a month or more this month by making more money with less clients and create a consistent flow of high-quality leads, you can learn about what it's like to work with me and how ridiculously affordable it is at CoachScottCarpenter.com. And if you got any value out of this episode, please pay it forward and leave a review for this show. It helps other gym owners find the answers to the huge problems that we all share. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.